Oh guys, sorry for being so inactive in the last forever. I'm gonna try and grow this YouTube, try and get more followers, try and grow it by my TikTok as well. So be much appreciated if you went and follow my TikTok. It's Jack Ross Green Army underscores in every after every word. We're going to be looking at who I'd like to see come to Hibs this season, who I'd like to depart or who I think will depart, and we're going to build across that. I've got stats for you today and I've got the rest of it, so hope you enjoy, stay tuned and let's give it a bash. If you're a Hibs fan, if you're a SPFL fan, you'll know that our most trusted keeper in a very long time, Marciano, is departing us, trying to make a name for himself, which is fair enough. He's only getting older and he's only getting better as well. So at first I thought I'd go for keeper. Formation's 5-3-2, and the keepers I was looking at is Ross Laidlaw from Ross County, he used to play for Hibs, Benjamin Segrest at Dundee United, and Robbie McCrory, who's on loan at Livingston from Rangers. Now here is what I decided to go for. I looked at their value and their game and how they played, and I decided that we should buy Benjamin Segrest, as Ross Laidlaw is good, but Benjamin Segrest is a different class, and that's the only keeper in the league that stands up to Offior Marciano. He's valued about 500k to 650k, so I think 550k would meet in the middle, which I think is good. But with Matt Macy ending his contract, I reckon he's going to go. So I decided to say then get Robbie McCrory free or to loan as a backup, because he is leaving Livingston on the 31st of March to return to Rangers from his loan. So I decided that it wouldn't be expensive, even if we had to pay it, be 150k. He's young. Dabrowski, he's a third keeper easily for us. He can grow at other clubs, but we need a proper good backup in case anything goes to pot. Centre back, I decided to go Paul McGinn, but obviously McGregor not getting old, McGregor not getting younger, Porteous getting older and more clubs seeing how good he is, Paul Hanlon being mistake prone. I decided we need two new centre backs for McGregor getting older, Porteous leaving, and Paul Hanlon's mistake prone. I really do not want Paul Hanlon to start next season. I do not know what the Hibs managers over the last 5 years have seen in him that none of us fans have. So anyway, I had a few younger ones, a few experienced ones, but on the basis I decided to get Frankie Masunda from Raith Rovers for about 200k. He's only aged 23. He's a big brick. If you see photos of him, his physicality is unreal. So I'd quite like to see him come, and he'd be a real boss, because Porteous is that, and we need to, we can't be having somebody who's just, giving it a wee bargain and leaving it. We need somebody who's going to be a brick like that, still young, could make a profit from him, and Masunda is that man. There's a Dundee player who's only 19, started making his first appearances, and to me he's looked strong. I watched the Dundee Vialo game on Friday, a 3-0 win. Sam Fisher at the back, he really helped him stay strong. Only 19, he kept some composure at some point in the game. And he's only 19, so I imagine Dundee will want, if they do get promoted, or even if they are staying in the Championship, they'll want to get an improved centre back. So I said get him on loan as a backup or a free. His most expensive is 150 to 200k, so not much at all for Hibs, since we've got a new chairman who has got a lot of money. Now the third centre back, I had a look, and it was between Jamie Maskell, Ollie Younger and Luke O'Nien. I decided to go for Luke O'Nien. He's not too old, not too young, and just in the middle, just going in his prime. He's 26 years of age, not real centre back for Sunderland, used to play right back, not anymore. He's only worth about 140k most, really, so that's a bargain. That's really good. I think he's a strong player. So I'd love to see that. left mid, obviously Josh Doig. I think it'd be good if he stayed for another season, really get experience under his belt and go to England because he deserves it. He's played really well, and if he's consistent like this for a season, again, I don't see what he can't achieve. Centre mids, Jackson Irvine and Gogic, I don't see the need in changing that position. We're strong. We don't need to sell anybody. I don't think Joe Newell will ever get back to his best after his injury, but you never know. He's looked quite blunt, not showing the sharpness he did. It was like when he was under Paul Heckenbottom that season when he first came. He was just blunt, not very good. Gogic is a brick, so I wouldn't change him for anybody in the league. I think Hibs really need that in scrappy games with St Johnstone, because we need 3 points against those teams. And I'm going to get backlash for St Johnstone because we normally lose against them. But teams like Dundee United, they'll come to Easter Road we'll go to Tannadice for a scrappy game. It's not going to be a beautiful game. That's not what a club of Dundee United are like. It's a scrappy game. That's how they stay up. It's like Hamilton. That's how they stay up. That's how it rolls. So we need Gogic. So anyway, moving on. Right mid, Chris Cadden. And over the last 10 games, what an improvement to that man. And if he can keep that, he can stay forever. But he's still young. He's only like 23, I swear. So he could move any day of the week and get a really good move. He tried to make a name for himself in America, didn't work out there. So he's came back to Scotland, and he could go to England because he's only 23. So if he starts banging in goals, getting some assists, playing as well as he is as well, I could see him moving. Cam, now there's Scott Allen coming back from injury, and don't get me wrong, it'd be brilliant to see him getting game time. Thank God Murphy's leaving in the summer. Hopefully we don't sign that man. But that only leaves one man, very young, just from St Mirren, McGuinness. He's a brilliant player. I really like McGuinness from what I've seen out of my Hibs and St Mirren. I think he just brings composure but energy into the team at the same time. He bosses at midfield like anybody could, like Saeed Benrahma. I love him. I just love watching him. He's strong on the ball, physical, got that sharpness that Joe Newell's lacking in now, so we need to get him back in the team as soon as possible over Jamie Murphy. We don't need Jamie Murphy when we've got Boyle, Nisbet, or Chris Cadden, Doig, who can go past players, run past players. We don't need Jamie Murphy. Obviously striker, I'd love to see Boyle. I think it's time for Chris Doig to go. He was good, but I don't see him getting back to as good as he was. He was 15 game goal drought, and I don't see him getting on the score sheet like he used to ever again. And Hibs and a 5-3-2, a 3-5-2, sorry, could play a diamond. Sorry, I said 3-5-2, 5-3-2 earlier. It's a 3-5-2. They could play a diamond, start from the back, get it out wide, play it in, or get through the middle, work through the central areas. In a diamond, you can work so many different places in an area. You don't need to boot up to a tall striker. Dundee United could do with Doig more than we do. Given to him for Benjamin Segrest. Off you go. Now, obviously, Kevin Nisbet's going to go for a big fee. And I'm interested in that. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think yeah. Let's do this. Birmingham, 3 mil, take him. Right. So I had to think of replacements, and I've got 2. Now I'll let you guys decide if you watch this. If you want to comment, tell me what you think. Now, wouldn't you all love to see Jason Cummins come back to Hibernian FC? It'd be fantastic, and I'd love to see that. Yeah, I think it'd be brilliant. He's came back to Scotland for his family, not getting game time in England, I don't know how. Really hitting off the mark, 8 games and 4 goals in 8 games after not playing at all. You can see he's getting sharper and sharper every game he plays. He's really getting back to his form, and I'd love to see him back at Hibs. I think he made a massive impact for when he was there, and I think he'll make a massive impact if he comes back. You never know. Let's hope that Dundee will be nice. But if Dundee get promoted, I cannot see Jason Cummins staying. I cannot see it. If they stay in the Championship, maybe a wee bit, but if he gets a run of form, he's banging in the goals, and he gets them promoted with all his goals he's scoring, there's no way that they'll keep him. Last striker, there's only 2 options here. Pitchler plays in the Austrian league, and I thought this was an interesting one. 23 years of age, he's about worth 810k. If he gets off the mark scoring, you can see a big English club coming in for him. If we can splash the cash on him, that'd be wonderful. If we can't, that's fine, I don't really mind. Jason Cummins is a cheaper option. We know what Jason Cummins can do, so I would prefer Jason Cummins. But if we get Pitchler, I would not be disappointed, because I have seen him how he plays, and I think he's very good. I think he's young, energetic, and him with McGuinness is just too powerful. Us running an attack with Pitchler, Cummins, Boyle, McGuinness, Doig, and Cadden's scary if you ask me. And I think if we get a good backline of McGinn, Musanda, Luke O'Nien, that's a really positive. And I think if we get Benjamin Siegrist as well, we could challenge for second. And I really mean that. I don't do if buts and maybes, I do absolutes. I fully believe that if Hibs can get the consistency they've had this season and maybe up it a wee bit, you know, get the wins that they've not been getting with these players that we're meant to be getting in the summer, getting a goalie like Benjamin Siegrist, who's made the most saves in the league so far, getting a brick house like Musanda, getting Paul McGinn who can play out at the back, Luke O'Nien who can tackle really well, got pace, play out from the back and can also use his physicality. In the midfield, Irvin threading through the passes, Gogic doing what Musanda does, pushing him out the way, using his physicality, Doig up and down, Cadden up and down, Boyle getting up through those runs, Cummins supporting him in the box, Pitchler supporting him in the box. Excellent, I love to see it. Tell me what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's see how many subscribers we can get. Hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like and subscribe if you did, get notifications on so you never miss a video. Bye.